Are you a dual career agent struggling to figure out how to balance work and building a business? Struggling how to figure out how to balance work and getting the training that you need to even feel comfortable and know what you're doing in real estate? A lot of people have been there and people have succeeded and have been wildly successful as dual career agent. I don't want you to think that just because you're a dual career agent that you can't succeed and win. It just requires a plan. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. You're going to have to change your mindset and make some adjustments in your life. But guess what? You got into this business because you wanted to do that anyway. Watch this video and let me tell you a little bit about how to succeed as a dual career agent. I get asked a lot, how do I succeed as a part-time agent? Let's talk about that, because just because you're a part-time or what we call a dual career agent doesn't mean that you're doomed for failure. I used to think that, yes, you have to be full-time because real estate requires a lot. The more I get into systems and planning and I look at my workload and how I work, I realize that you can totally be successful as a dual career agent. I'm coaching 3 people that are killing it, crushing it as a dual career agent. I linked a related video in the comments, but one of the things that I realized is Blair Priester out of North Carolina, she's a dual career agent. She did 102 transactions last year as a dual career agent. And I might want to add that she does not do any real estate while she's at her 9 to 5. She has leverage on the back end. And this is why it is important to start to surround yourself in spaces with people that are doing the things that you want to do. If you want to succeed as a dual career agent, I'm going to give you a few things that you can do, but I want to talk about the mindset of it, and I'll talk about the mindset at the end. The first thing is going to be surround yourself with people that are doing that thing that you want to do successfully. If you want to succeed as a dual career agent, find a dual career agent that is succeeding and have conversations with them. You can find them in your brokerage. They're everywhere. I have coached I've coached business owners. I have a client right now that she owns a restaurant. So she's not just a dual career agent where she has a job and she clocks in 9 to 5 and goes home. She owns a whole restaurant, which means she's doing the ordering, the inventory. She ain't got a 9 to 5. She got a when she get up to when she go to sleep. The girl still closed 6 deals in a month. And I'm saying to myself, I'm looking at her, I'm like, she made $80,000. Like, and then she got a whole restaurant. And I'm saying to myself, this is very possible, but she's very strategic in how she does it. So when you start to surround yourself with people like that, your mind starts to open up to possibilities. The second thing you want to do is you want to set a schedule for what you're going to do to attract clients and when you're going to do that. You don't have to do it all day. You just need to have a time block that you don't mess with, that you use strictly for finding clients. If you're working, why are you not using your lunch break to find your clients, to go out and find clients? And if you can't leave your job, maybe you work at some obscure place and it takes too long to get out and you won't get back to work on time. Okay, during that hour call block, that's when you're calling for sale by owners. That's when you're calling expire. That's when you're setting up emails to go out when you're not at work, meaning like a smart plan, like a drip plan where emails are coming out in the morning. I would send all my emails in the morning so that people respond by lunchtime and you can start doing callbacks by lunchtime. You can do listing appointments via Zoom on your lunch break. Here's the question. How bad do you want it? Because if you really want it, you'll make that happen. And then at 5 o'clock when you get off, you don't go show houses, you hire a showing assistant. That's number 3. Add leverage. Everything doesn't have to be done by you. And what I love about being in the real estate space, a lot of people will work up front to get paid on the back end. So if you hire a showing assistant, you can pay them 10-15% of the commission, and they can wait until you get paid to get paid. So now what that starts to do is it opens up where I can do a consultation with a buyer by Zoom. I can get that buyer pre-qualified and then in the hands of a showing assistant that while I'm at work, they can do the showing. When I get home at 5 o'clock, then I can start writing the contracts. I can start writing the offer. So I'm not missing anything as a dual career agent. One of the other things I think is important for dual career agents to understand is as long as you have a job, you have a responsibility to pour into your business just as much, if not more, as you're pouring into your job. We have to get to the space where we understand that my 9 to 5, I'm going to work that, but then I'm going to come home and have a 5 to 9. You don't just get to go home and say, you know what, I'm tired. I worked all day. I don't have time for this. Your 5 to 9 is how you're building your income. That's how you're building your business. The 5 to 9 is key hours for people that are dual career. I can't tell you the number of dual career agents I see. They go to home, they go to work, and then they get off at 5. They go home and chill. And I'm like, are you building a business? Because you spent all day building somebody else's business. What time are you putting into yours? I've been a dual career, not agent, but I've always had something outside of work because intrinsically, internally, I always knew that you're working for somebody else during the day. You're building their empire. I always knew that I wasn't building anything for myself, even though they were paying me. And you got to realize sometimes people pay you more to give up on your dreams. Because when I really started getting into my entrepreneurship, they started giving me raises at work, more responsibility. Then I realized I'm like, all of that is just to get me focused back over here, building for them and not building for myself. Don't do that. Why are you doing that? Is my question. Is it because you don't feel like you're worth it? Is it because you feel like you don't deserve to have a business? But guess what? You do. You deserve to have a business that funds your life. All the things that you dreamed about, all the things that you got into real estate to do, your job can't stop that. Here's the thing. The fourth thing is understand seed time and harvest. We call it consistency, faithfulness. Whatever you are consistent at doing, you will see results. Here's what I mean. I lead generate, or when I was started in real estate, 3 to 4 hours a day. I was consistent in that. The Bible says if you sow a seed that you will reap a harvest in due time. So seed time and harvest. I don't care if it's 1 hour. If you are faithful over that 1 hour, meaning you do it consistently, not you do it today and then you don't do it tomorrow, then you do it next week one day, that's not consistency. A lot of the time, we are not getting to a place of momentum because our inability to be consistent. Then we look at God, coaches, and everybody else like, why am I not succeeding? Because you ain't put in the work. Or if you're really willing to do the work, it can be done. Look at Blair. 102 houses in a year as a dual career agent. And she ain't just a dual career, she in the army. So she goes like booted up and suited up. She got to bring changes of clothes to work, but she wants it so bad that she went out and got it. And I guess the last thing would be, don't tell your clients you're a dual career agent. Please don't do that. Here's why. That's like me saying I got kids. Who cares? You're an agent. They don't care. They don't need to know what you're doing from 9 to 5. You could be working real estate from 9 to 5. You tell them that my callback hours are 12 to 1. These are the hours that I'm finished working in the morning, finding sellers for my buyers and buyers for my sellers. And then from 12 to 1 is my administrative time block. I will call you in that time block. And then you call them during that time block. Maybe on the day that you have to return calls to clients, you call for 30 minutes and then you do your follow-up calls for the last 30 minutes. But figure out how to get it done without stealing time from your job. You heard me say this before in previous videos. You can't build a business by stealing from somebody else's. Even though you're helping them build it, be integrous with that. As integrous as possible because you understand that you're sowing seeds for your business. So let's talk about the mindset. When I hear people say I'm a dual career agent, in my mind, I feel like that's an excuse for don't expect me to be on top of things. You can be a dual career agent and still be on top of things. You can hire, once you have your first closing, you can hire a VA or a listing coordinator to do the paperwork for the listing up front. You can hire a transaction coordinator for the closing, the contract to close paperwork. You don't have to do everything yourself. And the best people that succeed at dual career, they understand and they implement leverage very early. I have a leverage series that I teach on teaching you how to grow your business. And here's the thing, you're going to grow faster anyway when you have other people involved, just because you are working together as a team. The synergy and the balanced labor allows you to do more. So if you're a dual career agent, I want you to understand that you can succeed. I don't care how you slice it. You just need to be faithful in the time that you spend finding clients, implement leverage in the areas that you're unable to do because you're at work. And then you have to be consistent. This is your business. You're building it. Nobody else is building it. If you ain't putting in the work ain't getting done. Nobody else is doing it. You have to do this. But here's the thing. You are completely able to if you change your mindset. And when I say if you change your mindset, we can do anything we put our minds to. The only limitations are here. So if you remove all the limitations and you tap into the power of consistency or seed time and harvest, you're going to build momentum. And then what happens when you get to 3, 4, 5, 6 closings? Now you got $60,000, $70,000 put up. If you desire to quit your job, quit your job. And then now that 1 hour time block that you were doing for lead gen, now make it 3. And then that will sustain you, because if you were able to accomplish 6 or 7 closing was 1 hour, imagine what you're going to do with 3. You'll triple your income. So if your goal is to quit your job, I would say be faithful over the 1 hour. If you can't be faithful over the 1 hour, don't leave that job. Because what's going to happen is you're going to be that realtor, and I see it all the time. You're going to be that realtor that gets out of the job, then comes into real estate full time, no schedule, no client prospecting system in place, and then in 4 months you're gonna go back to the job. Like, this is something that you have to be structured and intentional about. And your job gives you the ability to do that. Because guess what? You're there from 9 to 5 anyway. You get a lunch break, use it constructively. When you get up at 5, use that time block constructively as you're building until you don't have to. They always say use the 9 to 5 to fund the 5 to 9 until the 5 to 9 can fund your whole life. So we're going to leave it at that. You can do this. And if you want information on joining our CEO membership, and we help you get to 6 figures quickly without spending so much time, people have already been successful. I don't understand why you think you need to figure it out on your own. You don't. Let somebody tell you what to do. Because here's the thing. If I am going to, let's say, the mall, and you give me directions, I can get there a lot easier. Why do I got to leave my house and go figure out how to get there? No, we don't do that in any other area of life. But then when it comes into our business, we want to figure it out ourselves. Don't do that. Let somebody help you. Click the link and join the membership if you are looking for somebody to help you. But more than that, even if it's not me, get somebody to coach you and mentor you, because the successes that you are looking for tomorrow, they've already done, and they can tell you how to do it a lot faster, a lot easier, and save a lot more money, headache, heartache, all of that in the process. So whether you're a dual career agent or not, I need you to understand that success can be your portion. It's a choice. Here's what I know. You need to be in an environment with other people like you, but also people that are succeeding in real estate. So one of the things that we have to understand is, because you work for somebody else, they're driving you to get their results. Who's driving you to get results in your real estate career? They're driving you at work. That's why you're going. You're going to need somebody to support you in that push forward. And that's what our CEO of Real Estate Membership is about. It is about helping real estate agents get to 6 figures. It is about helping real estate agents that are at 6 figures and burnt out, stressed out, help them put systems that so they can enjoy the money that they're making. But here's what it also does. It gives you access to on-demand training, on-demand system building, on-demand Q&A, so that when you get home in that 5 to 9 block and you're working your business, you can still have something driving you forward. Success is not an accident. Yes, you want to be successful as a dual career agent, but it's going to require some sacrifices on your part. So we have 2 tiers of the membership. One is a live tier where you get access to a weekly coaching as well as the training. But then one is a recorded training, and it's tier 2, where you can just get access to all the playbacks and consume it at your own time. But you'll be able to implement everything step by step, and you won't have this ambiguity about how do I build my business. You will also understand why you're building your business outside of business hours. That is okay. You just need a plan. We're going to leave the link in the description box. If this is something that you're struggling with, here's what I know. Nothing is going to change until you change. You can want it all you want. But if you don't make the commitment, make the sacrifice, it's going to be hard to really get there. Let's have the conversation. And the tier 2 membership, if you pay for the first year up front, I will sit down with you personally and do a business plan. And that is my jam. You will come out of that session on fire with clarity, ready to go bust the windows wide off on your goals. So click the link in the bio for more information.